The movie is Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, which was written by Jay McCarrol and Matt Johnson and directed by Matt Johnson. The comedy film follows struggling musicians Matt and Jay as their grand plan to finally book a show at music venue The Rivoli goes horribly wrong, resulting in them accidentally traveling back in time to the year 2008. I never watched Nirvana, the band, the show. Even though it's the type of show that is right up my alley, I just somehow never crossed paths with it. But I did start seeing clips of it start to circulate online when this film was coming out, and they were all super funny. So at the very least, I went into this thinking that it would be good for a laugh. And after seeing it, I can honestly say, I was so blown away by how much better this movie was than I ever could have imagined. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, more like Nirvana, the band, the show, the masterpiece, because this movie was amazing. The jokes are all so funny, and they're also so well done, where oftentimes they could very easily overstay their welcome and overuse some of the bits that they hit on, but instead they very quickly switch to something else that you don't see coming at all, and it just makes for this completely unexpected transition that ends up being so hilarious. I was also surprised and very much appreciated that you really don't need to be a diehard fan of theirs, or really even a fan at all, to be able to enjoy this movie. I thought the movie would probably be riddled with inside jokes and references to their videos where you might be kind of lost if this was your first exposure to them, but instead, if those inside jokes and references did exist, I really didn't notice because they made them extremely funny regardless. The plot revolves around time travel, which I think is such a difficult plot device to use because it has such a high likelihood of coming across corny or played out because it's been done so many times over and it's been done in so many different movies that it's hard to do something new or unique or even funny with it. But Matt and Jay managed to do what seems impossible, capturing the fantasy of time travel while also being hysterically funny at the same time. They heavily use their old videos, unbelievably good editing, and phenomenal narrative to create a film that seamlessly blends past and present in a way that is tremendously captivating. The editing is also a big part of the magic of this film. It was just so cleverly done. I was so impressed they were even able to come up with some of these ideas, let alone execute them. Similarly, the duo has so many candid encounters with people on the street that are so hilarious that you can't help but think like, all right, none of this is real. This is all staged and these are all actors. There's no way that any of these are authentic reactions. But for the most part, these are not actors and it's not all staged. These are real reactions from real people on the street. The confused responses and reactions that people have from Matt and Jay's absurd antics are comedic gold, and it makes the whole film feel even more awe-inspiring. The film also has spectacular pacing. There's really never a dull moment in the movie. I couldn't believe how thrilling and exciting it was despite being firmly in the comedy genre. Also, Matt Johnson is really such a skilled director, and I am so excited to see whatever he does next. I loved Blackberry, which he also directed. I thought that was phenomenal, and this is just another film to show how talented he really is. There's a scene towards the end of the movie with a rolling fedora on the streets of Toronto, and it's hilariously funny, but it's also weirdly beautiful, and I think that scene alone just speaks volumes to his abilities behind the camera. Matt and Jay also have perfect comedic chemistry that's just so fun to watch. Matt will improvise these random tangents where you can't help but start laughing because they're so out of left field, and then Jay will riff and react to that, and the two of them build on what is really a very stupid thing and make it just unbelievably funny, way funnier than you ever really could have imagined at face value. I love the jokes that came from looking at 2008 in hindsight. While it doesn't really seem all that long ago, they find hilarious ways to point out just how much our culture has actually changed in less than 2 decades. This is a film that left me wanting more. I really did not want it to end as it came to a close. As you can probably tell, I absolutely loved this movie. I thought it was actually brilliant, and I honestly think it's probably my favorite movie of the year at this point. Personally, I thought this movie was flawless. I can't really think of anything that I didn't like about it. And I encourage you all to go see it in a movie theater because it's a wildly creative concept that incorporates the roots of the original web series while creating something totally new for movie theater audiences. It's uniquely funny. It features an immensely cinematic and captivating plot, incredibly creative editing, and it was one of the most fun theatrical experiences I've ever had. So go watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. What are you doing if you're not subscribed? And if you want, go ahead and like the video. That also really helps. Or if you want, leave a comment letting me know what you thought of this movie or what movie you think I should review next. I put out a movie review each week, so subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks, y'all.